Have you ever felt so pushed out of your job that you had no choice but to quit, even though you handed in a resignation letter? It is a confusing and emotionally draining situation, leaving many employees wondering if their exit was truly voluntary. Understanding your rights in such circumstances is very important. Yes, a seemingly voluntary resignation can absolutely be considered constructive discharge in the eyes of the law. Constructive discharge occurs when an employer makes working conditions so intolerable that a reasonable person in the employee's position would feel compelled to resign. It is effectively treated as a termination, even though you were the one who formally quit. The core reason this is possible stems from the idea that an employer should not be able to avoid legal responsibility for a wrongful termination simply by making an employee's life so miserable that they feel forced to leave. To prove constructive discharge, the working conditions must be severe and pervasive, often involving harassment, discrimination, or a hostile environment. They must be so bad that staying would be truly unreasonable for anyone, not just conditions you personally find unpleasant. If you believe you are experiencing conditions that could lead to constructive discharge, it is crucial to take specific steps. First, document everything: dates, times, specific incidents, and the names of any witnesses. Second, formally report these issues to your employer through the appropriate channels, such as human resources, and give them a reasonable chance to correct the problems. If conditions do not improve or worsen, and you feel you must resign, clearly state in your resignation that you are doing so due to the intolerable working conditions. It is important to understand that proving constructive discharge is a high legal bar, and the burden of proof rests entirely on you, the employee. Unlike a direct termination, your employer will likely argue that you chose to resign freely. This is where meticulous documentation and attempts to resolve the issues internally become invaluable. Constructive discharge allows employees to seek remedies similar to those for wrongful termination, such as back pay or reinstatement, recognizing that the employer's actions, not the employee's choice, caused the job loss. Knowing the distinction between a true voluntary resignation and constructive discharge empowers you to protect your rights and understand your legal standing. By being aware of these critical factors and taking proactive steps, you can navigate challenging workplace situations with greater confidence and ensure that your voice is heard when your employment comes to an end due to intolerable conditions.